Usafiri bora Dar es Salaam Dodoma na Dodoma Dar es Salaam ni Libanika Trans.
Where would the source of their will? First of all, nice to see all of you, and I hope you enjoyed the performance of TAIFASTARS today. I was excited to see how much from the training ground we could transfer into the game, because we have been training very well for 1 week, and I have to congratulate the boys because they have really been highly motivated to train, good discipline, good focus, and for me as a coach I was very happy to see that some of the things we now have started to work on in training is starting to be implemented in the game. That was the one part. And the other part was that I announced even before the game that I wanted to see as many players as possible. Today we were giving 6 substitutions. We have to do 1 substitution because they last to get a small minor problem, so we have to choose him and shift him. But for the other players, it was all about I wanted to see how can Abdul do, how can Kipo do, how can Israel do, and so on. And it's always a question mark when you change 4 players at halftime. Will you continue to be in control, or will you lose momentum? I still think we saw some good quality from the player who come in, and for me it's a good signal that on many positions now we have players who are quite even. So if one is sick or injured, another player can step in. But this is just the first part of the journey. There's many things in front of us, but I hope that you also, it's so important for us to have this camp. Because I know there were some people saying, why should we have this camp? Because there's no World Cup qualifying. But in football, we need to prepare. It has been very, very beneficial for our players to have this camp, and they have enjoyed it, and they are looking forward to come together again in August. And also remember today some of our, let's say, biggest name from outside, they were not here today, so we can also strengthen the team. So in many ways I was very pleased with what I saw today, and it gives hope for the future that we can build, and then next step, and next step.
Sorry, first question, please.
Coach,
yeah.
We saw for the first time today, you used 4 players from Serengeti Boys who participated in AFCON 2017, and we give them chance, and one of them they score second goal. What's the plan for them, and do you satisfied with the performance of the players?
Yeah, for me it's not about if they're AFCON player or not AFCON player. It's more that if I believe they have the talent, the quality, and they have the attitude, and of course I know some of these players that they have a good attitude, they want to improve, and they are open-minded for being coached, so they can improve. And I think they have a potential together with the other, but it's not about one group, because we need a mix, we need good experience. I think also our captain today, he was working very hard on top and giving confidence to like people who's working with it. So there is a good balance in the team, and there is really a good respect and acknowledgement for each other in the team, which is so important. It's not like somebody think, hey, I'm Mr. Big Star. No, we are family at the moment, and they are looking very much forward to move on. And I have told them, for me, if you are very young or you are old, it's not about that. It's about if you're good enough to play. Is that okay?
Second question. Yes.
Coach, almost you played the match against 47 match against Malawi. They beat us 15 times, and the Stars win almost 10 times. This one is 11 times. What was the secret behind actually making the team that can beat Malawi, which sometimes become difficult for us?
There are of course many components, but I think today, without knowing, I think we were the team who was most in possession, and we have struggled to be in possession because we were losing the ball too quickly. So this is one of the aspects we have been doing in our training. We have worked on pass and move philosophy. Use your neck, use your eyes, and so on. So, and I think today we kept maybe a little bit for Malawi surprised that we could keep possession, and we managed to create, I think after 5 minutes, we had the first big chances where Poco was very free. So that's one of the key things. It is that you are able, even if the opponent tries to put pressure on you, that you can keep possession. But it is not possession for possession. It have to be effective possession, that you move forward and you create chances. And I think we fully deserved our 2-0 win tonight.
The last question.
Coach, congrats for the winning today. Do you think that your team will need one or more games, or a friends game in this FIFA break?
Yeah, now the FIFA break has been, I would put it this way, we need as many international friendly against a strong opponent as possible. If I go to your colleague who asked about the AFCON, one of the secrets when we went for AFCON in Gabon was we played many international friendly. In the beginning when we played international friendly, some of the boys were like, oh, today we have to play the big boys from West Africa. But when they beat one of them, and now they get more and more confident. It's the same with our team. We need to do training, and we need to have time for training, and we need to play as many international friendly as possible. This is the two key. Only training, forget about it. It must be both. So I really hope that in August, when the Vodafone Premier League is off, we can start the training early and have maybe 2 or 3 international friendly before we are going to play the World Cup qualifier. Because you need this kind of game to see who can cope with the international level. Because all the challenge is to move from national level to international level.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Have a nice Sunday evening. Enjoy your chakula.
Maliyaga TV, kuwa wa kwanza kusubscribe, kulike au kucomment.